This, I've skipped the whole intro. Let me back up for a minute because I'm just so excited. This video is how to smell yummy on a budget, basically, is what it is. Hola, Charlene T. Easter here, and welcome back to the channel. So I'm so excited to show my brown beauty boos what I found. And actually, I didn't find it. I may have found a good enough dupe for a more pricey product that smells delicious. And it is something that I have owned, the pricey product. And because I've shared it before on a couple of my shorts and some of my other videos when I talk about products that I love and that I think smell delicious, one of my gorgeous auras shared with me that she found this at Five Below. So I went all around town looking for the item, and I found it. While I do make investments in fragrances that I really love and that make me feel good to wear them and that smell yummy and delicious on me, there are also fragrances and body care products that don't cost as much. So I will wear them if they smell really good on me. Like the video I did with the alt fragrances. If you haven't seen that, check that one out because I repurchased some of those items for everyday use because they smell really good. And I don't have to say that I have the brand, although I do. Although I have the designer brand for some of them. It is just about smelling really good. And I know that some of my good sister girlfriends will not, like, no, it is not happening, spend a lot of money on certain beauty products, but it doesn't mean they don't want to smell yummy. So you're going to want to jump on these things that I'm telling you about because I'm not gonna lie, I was challenged a little bit to find these items in Five Below, but I did. And I'll do those first. And then in addition to that, I went into Bath and Body Works because it is time for the annual or semi-annual sale. And I went in to see what they had and also for my daughter. Her birthday was recently, so I'm still gifting her little things and she's into all the fragrances and smell goods and stuff. And while I was in there, I found some things that I thought would supplement these two new pricey, but smelling real good fragrances that I recently purchased so I can layer my fragrance and to help with the longevity, right? So I'm kind of all over the place, but please stick with me. In a video I posted recently, I purchased the MFK L'Eau à la Rose. I had a deluxe sample of this and fell in love. It is so pretty, yet sexy, yet soft, yet present. So I purchased this and the infamous Parfums de Marly's Delina. Now, I'm gonna say something about this and then I'm gonna get on with what this video is about today. This is my fragrance of today. 3 different people complimented me, 3 different women. I had a doctor's appointment today and she loved my dress. I love this dress too. But she complimented my dress. And then while we were in the room, she was like, and whatever you're wearing smells so good. And, I thanked her and everything. And then I moseyed on over to the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts today, thinking I could have lunch and just kind of get some outdoor time in a beautiful setting. It halfway worked out, but while I was there, I ended up going to the cafe, grabbing a small bite to eat, and just kind of sitting out on the cafe patio. And 2 ladies were sitting at a table that was to the left of me. So when they were about to leave, one of them kind of came over and was like, we have a compliment for you. And I think I was playing a game or something. And I'm like, oh, okay. They were like, whatever fragrance you're wearing smells so good. She was like, we're downwind and it's like a floral musk, but it's nice. And I'm like, oh, I'm glad y'all can smell it. Because I'm not smelling it, you know. And again, I miss my clothes some, but you know, I guess I'm kind of nose blind to it for today. But this is clearly a win on me because I got 2 compliments today, and a sister might be heading out for the weekend and she won't take this. Okay, so anyway, back to the Bath & Body Works. The products that I have will supplement those 2 fragrances, and that is the main reason I got it. And then I have a couple of other things that might supplement some other fragrances that I have, and one thing that just smelled good on its own. So sorry, I rambled on. I got excited about my compliments and stuff, made me feel good about myself. And now I'm going to get into what I think might be a really good dupe that I found for some Sol de Janeiro products. Okay, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. I think I first heard about this from my little sister some years back, and then eventually I purchased it to try. Now, it's so funny because there's nothing in here. Like, really? It's a finger, like, you see that? There's nothing in here. And because normally sometimes I will mix this with like a couple of other fragrances, so I might just put it somewhere up here so I can kind of smell it too. I've been holding on to this little half a scoop for a minute. So it's so funny that when my soror texted me and was like, look what I found, because she purchased this and she said she fell in love with it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she said her daughter fell in love with it too and took it. So this is what I found. Well, what she found and shared with me in Five Below. So, you know, that means this is $5. And look at Brazilian Caramel Dreams Body Butter infused with cocoa and shea butter. And this is 10 fluid ounces. $5. $5. Sol de Janeiro's Brazilian Boom Boom Cream is 8 fluid ounces. And this is $45 or $48. I'll make sure I do links for all the things in the description box. But let's say 45. 5 for 10, 45 for 8. So I now know that I saved this little scoop just so I could compare them to see how they smelled. Now, while I do have Delina, I'm not smelling it right now, like, because I put it on way earlier. Oh, I smell a little bit on this side. But I'm gonna test these on the back of my hand. Now, I will tell you though, this smells good. This smells really good. I got a couple for my daughter. This smells good. So I'm gonna show you everything else that I have. So the fragrance for the Boom Boom Cream, I'm pretty sure is Cheirosa number 62. Don't quote me, but I'll make sure that I put the information on the screen somewhere. And then there are others. So I had it was called the Bomdia Cream, I think. And that's this pink one, which is the Cheirosa 40. I liked it at first, and then after a while, I was like, I don't really love it. And I noticed that I wasn't using it. So I gave it to my daughter, and I'm so glad she has this. Because what is in Five Below is not just this one, which is the Brazilian Caramel Dreams scent, but also Vanilla Plum Nectar. And I believe this is supposed to be similar to this one, number 40. And this one is described as black, amber, plum, and vanilla woods. So all of the Sol de Janeiro body butters, you pretty much get the same sizes for the same cost. And again, this is the Solar Flare brand, $5. $5. It's a good deal. So, oh, and there's one more. Sorry. This is pink hibiscus dragon fruit. I think this is supposed to be like the newer, like light pink Sol de Janeiro scent, I think. I have not smelled it other than in store. And when I smelled it, I think, I thought it smelled okay. Like I didn't have to have it. And y'all know I kind of ration when I purchase these. I just do. This is what I think this one is supposed to be inspired by or a dupe for. And I've never owned this one, so I can't compare it. But what I will do is tell you whether or not I think these smell nice. Now my daughter loved all of them. Honestly, I only kept the Brazilian Caramel Dreams for myself. And these other two I'm going to give to her. And in addition to the body butters that are $5 for 10 ounces, and you can choose between the 3 different scents, if you can find them. And I did go online for Five Below, and depending upon where you live, you may be able to order it online, because I did see some of the items show up and some were out of stock. I'm not sure when Five Below restocks their items, but I'm sure you can call and check to see if this is something they're going to get back in stock. But the Solar Flare Brazilian Caramel Dreams Hair and Body Fragrance Mist, and this is 7 fluid ounces. I go back and forth between caramel and caramel. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. So this is, and it says gourmand and sweet. Smells like salted caramel, sweet pistachio, and whipped vanilla. So that is how this scent is described. So you can do the fragrance mist along with the body butter. And my favorite thing, shimmering body oil. I love a body shimmer and oil. And this has jojoba and sunflower oil. So this is also the same Brazilian Caramel Dream scent, but I did also get it in the pink hibiscus dragon fruit, because I didn't realize they were different because it was written down here. I just thought they were all the same, but it's good because I was able to get 1 or 2 of the pink hibiscus dragon fruit, and then also the vanilla plum nectar, but I gave those to my daughter and I kept all these. So what I will tell you is when I put some of this on my arm and then followed it with this, she was real cute and glowing. So this is really a find. This is a find, and it smells good. It smells good. Like if it doesn't smell exactly like the Sol de Janeiro, it's good enough when you comparing the prices for, like, I have to find the price for these fragrance mists. I feel like this might be somewhere around the $28, $25 range for this size. And I think this is the largest size, and this is 3 fluid ounces. Yeah, I think this is the largest size. And this is 7 fluid ounces. This is $5. So this is a steal and a deal if you can find this in a Five Below near you. And yes, also look online, because I did see them online. A couple of stores had like low stock. It will tell you low inventory, and it would also tell you, at least I saw where they were sold out for some of the stores here. But I was lucky enough, and I'm not gonna lie, I went to 3 different Five Below stores, and I called a 4th, but the girl didn't know what I was talking about, so I didn't go over there. So I was lucky enough to find at least all of the body butters to see what I think of the scents. Also got a few of the vanilla plum nectar hair and body fragrance mists. My daughter really liked this. She said it smelled really good to her, so this is hers. I'm giving this to her. I'm just keeping the caramel. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm keeping those. And that shimmering body oil. So, okay, let me get to it. I just was so excited. Let me get to it. Okay. So I guess the easiest way to do this is to start with the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. So I'm not really smelling anything on the back of my hand. So I'm going to take a little bit of this so you can see the texture of it. And I'm going to put this on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the Brazilian Caramel Dreams from Five Below and put this on the back of my hand. They smell very similar. Now, what I can tell you right off, and although I don't have very much left in the Sol de Janeiro, I think that the Sol de Janeiro formulation might be slightly thicker. Like this feels a little more like whipped. It feels a little whipped and a little more lotiony than like thicker, like mini body butters have like a bit of a thicker consistency, you see? So this isn't super thick, which, you know, can be okay. So I'm going to put this on the back of my hand and you'll be able to see the difference, I think, because I can see it. Let me put the top on because I am accident prone and this will be all over the floor. But this is the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. You can see that's like a little, it's thicker. It's a thicker consistency, right? And I'm going to rub this in. And one of my, I don't want to say gripes, but one thing that I don't favor about the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Boom Boom Cream, although I love it because it smells good. And while this looks pretty hydrated, I normally feel like when I put it on my body, and I'm probably kind of spoiled to using oils and whipped body butters, I just like more of a glow and something, and this is light, and some people may not prefer like a thicker texture to their body butters, lotions, and oils. So this might work well for you. Now, what I will not say, and I don't think I've said it in any other video, is I won't say it's not hydrating to my skin. It is just that it normally doesn't give the type of glow that I prefer. Now, clearly my hand looks more hydrated and it smells good because this smells good. Okay. So now I'm going to rub this one in. And you can see the difference in the texture. It is more lotiony, a little more liquidy. It's not thick. It absorbed in quickly. You get a little bit of a glow. From that. They don't smell the same. This one smells like a little, I can smell this a little more. So this is projecting more. This is not projecting as much. But smelling it in here, it does smell, it smells good. And it kind of smells like it. So you can keep that in mind, but it may not matter to you for $5 versus $45, okay? So like I'm not smelling it as much now. And to be honest, when I tried it the first time, I noticed that as well. So here's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna hit it with the shimmering body oil. One, to add to the glow and hydration, although she looks hydrated, right? Ooh. So that's the shimmering body oil. You see the glitter. She's running down. I love glitter and sparkle. So now I'm going to let you see. Now that's the kind of glow I like when I put on oil and body butter and lotion stuff. And it doesn't feel like super greasy or anything. And it's probably because jojoba oil is a fairly light oil. And I think that jojoba oil is the one that is closest to like our sebum. So it's not a heavy oil anyway, and I think it absorbs fairly quickly and easily into your skin. And I've used sunflower oil before as well, and I don't think that felt like a super heavy oil either. But look, we're gonna put it all up. We're gonna look the oil. I love me a oil. So I smell it a little bit more, putting that on. I still smell this. And typically I would use the Brazilian Boom Boom cream, and I would have the fragrance mist and the scent that goes with that. And I have multiple times gotten compliments being out wearing nothing else but that. And sometimes I mix it, you know, with other fragrances, but just wearing that, I've gotten compliments. So if you haven't smelled it, go in Sephora and smell it. It smells really, really good. I smell this more, but she kind of fading away. So now I'm gonna hit her with the fragrance mist. And what I will say is, chances are someone like moi will smell this when I'm wearing it, because I would mist my clothes. I'm not gonna do it because I already have my Delina on today, but I don't care about putting it on my hands. I've washed my hands several times since I put the Delina on, but I would mist my clothes and sometimes here. So I would probably still smell it and have somewhat of a projection. I will have to test it out to tell you whether it lasts, because I haven't worn it yet. I can still kind of smell it. I still smell this. It's a little more faint, but I still smell it. And it is a stronger scent than this one. And they're not exactly alike, but they're similar. So now, ooh. They're not the same, but they're similar. I get the pistachio and the vanilla. So I think it's worth checking out. I think it's worth checking out if you like this gourmand type fragrance for $15 versus $45 plus probably another $25 or $28. And to my knowledge, they don't have a shimmering body oil, but they did come out with a body oil that I wanted to try. And I think that's like $40, $50. So I think it is close enough to give it a try for $15. If you try it, let me know in the comments. And shout out to my gorgeous Sora Erica, who found this in Five Below and promptly sent a sister a text message. I still smell it. I think it smells good. And I have, you know, Target has fragrances too, and my sister cousin put me on to that. But there's a pistachio one that I have that I like, and that would smell good mixed with this. But this smells nice. This smells nice. So I would definitely try it. So I'm gonna have to do something different for the other one. Hold tight. So I can kind of sort of remember the and clearly I have this, so I can spray this, but I do think this smells like the other body cream, and I think it's called Bomdia cream, something like that. But this is scent number 40, so I do think this smells like that. And again, if it's not exactly like it, I think it's very, very similar from what I remember, because I did have that one. And I might have had a couple of them. But the texture, now this one feels, it's whipped. This one feels a little bit, well, this one feels a little thicker, kinda, but not by a lot. Like, it's still probably not as rich as maybe the Sol de Janeiro. And the scent is there, but it is more faint, I think, than the actual Sol de Janeiro. But again, for $5 and more product, layer it up. Layer it up with the shimmering body oil in this scent. And then the hair and body fragrance mist. Like, worst thing that can happen is you're like, girl, I ain't smell this after such and such time. But it would surprise me if you wouldn't smell it, especially if, like me, you kind of missed your clothes. I think you would smell it. But I feel that these are really a find for Five Below. And look at my hand. I think that's going in the bag for the weekend. I still kind of smell it. It's a little more faint, but I think layering all three products, I still smell this. I still smell this. And that was without me having the fragrance to add to it. So if I had the fragrance, I'm certain it just would have made it more powerful and longer lasting. But I do smell this more putting all three products on. So anyway, if you decide that you're gonna mosey on over to the Five Below near you and try any of these, and I hope you find them if you want to try them, let me know. Let me know in the comments which one you tried and what you think about it. So now I'm gonna move on to Bath & Body Works. Side note, I do like how quickly it absorbs in and that it does give you some level of sheen or shine. These absorb nicely and quickly and do give you a bit of a sheen. So, the shimmering body oil though. Okay, I'm finished for real. Okay. So let's talk about what I got from Bath & Body Works semi-annual sale. All right, because I rambled on and on about the Five Below find, I'll make this quick. While I did get multiples of some of the items that I'm going to show you, I'm just going to show you one of each thing that I purchased and tell you kind of why I picked it up. The items that I happened to pick up were, I think, 50% off. And one or two items were like 75% off. So because I can't remember right off the top of my head and I don't have my receipt pulled up, I will put how much I paid versus the regular price so you will know, because the Bath & Body Works semi-annual sale is going on through something like June 24th of 2024. So if you like Bath & Body Works products, or if you want to supplement some of your more expensive, luxurious fragrance to layer with some other items that might help with your longevity, but not pay full price for like the body care items to go with your fragrance, you might want to check it out. So here is what I got. Now, because I told you about these two rose scents that I purchased, it was at the forefront of my mind to see if I can find something that I can use along with them to enhance the scent. So this is Inspire Love Rose and Vanilla, and I only purchased a couple of the body wash and foam bath, and this has vitamin E and aloe, and it is described as a blended aroma of rose essential oil and vanilla absolute for confidence and connection, created to inspire all the love. And again, it has vitamin E and aloe. So I got a couple of these because lately when I do have a good soak, I've been trying to make my body wash work as bubble bath, and I'm like, I need some bubble bath because this ain't working. So that's one of the reasons I purchased this. And also from this same collection is, and I think this is called the Aroma collection, but this is the Rose and Vanilla Essential Oil Mist with vitamin E and aloe. And this actually can be used as a fragrant body spray, an aromatic shower mist, or to freshen up your pillows and linens. Just don't spray it on your face, according to this. It's soft and it's pretty, but I like vanilla. And then we now know I really, really like rose. So these are two of the items that I purchased. Sticking with the rose, I saw they had a lot of these, and these were on the 50% off table. And this is just the rose scent. And I'm like, oh, and I did get my daughter at least one fragrance for her birthday that I know was a rose scented fragrance. So I got both of us a mix of these items. I have not used body lotion or body cream, like really, from Bath and Body Works since forever. But we tried this one and it gives a nice hydration. And of course, lotion has a thinner, a little more liquidy consistency than when you go to a body cream. But this is described as a daily nourishing body lotion with shea butter and coconut oil for 24-hour moisture. Big claim. This says the fragrance notes are airy rose water, jasmine petals, and creamy musk. It has vitamin E, shea butter, and coconut oil. This gave a nice bit of hydration and sheen to the skin and absorbed quickly. So I do actually look forward to using this, and it's nice. It's rose, but it's soft. And I'm like, ooh, because it is just really rose and a little musk, this is gonna be nice if I'm going out like during the day when it's really, really hot. I use a lotion maybe instead of a body butter because it's just a little thinner if I'm gonna wear one of those. And although I got all the compliments from Delina today, and I didn't use this today, so when I use it to enhance it, okay. And I also got Rose Ultimate Hydration Body Cream with shea butter and hyaluronic acid for 24-hour moisture. Same fragrance notes, airy rose water, jasmine petals, and creamy musk. And this one has vitamin E, aloe, shea and cocoa butters, and then hyaluronic acid. So maybe for the evening after, you're in for the day and you do your shower and your bath, and you just like, I'm gonna smell nice and rosy and pretty and sexy for the evening, for yourself or your significant other. I would then use the body cream. I look forward to trying this and layering it with my new rose scents. Here's what else I got. Because I told you I've been wanting to take bubble baths and trying to make them with the body wash, and it ain't working. I happened to see this, and because my skin has been doing some weird things, I'm gonna have to change my diet or something just to figure out what it is. I'm not used to having sensitive or reactive skin or allergic reactions or any of these things, but hey, we figure it out and we keep it moving, right? But this is the Bath and Body Works Sensitive Skin Colloidal Oatmeal Bubble Bath. And this is 10.7 fluid ounces. I cannot remember whether or not this was 50% off or 75% off. But I got a couple of these because I want some bubble baths happening. And this says it's formulated with colloidal oatmeal to nourish and calm sensitive skin in a pampering bath experience. And the fragrance is described as sheer, airy, and delicate. And honestly, it reminds me, when you were young, like when you were little and your parents would get bubble bath for you. To me, it's making me think of that. Like, not necessarily like it smells like it's for a kid, but just, I don't know. I like it. It's very basic. It's nothing too much. So a couple of these for my bubble baths. And then this Bath and Body Works Fresh Amalfi Lemon Ultimate Hydration Body Cream with shea butter and hyaluronic acid for 24-hour moisture. The fragrance notes are lemon leaves, chilled spearmint, and cedarwood citrus. I like citrus a lot. And I figured that I have a couple of, and there are some fragrances I have that I've always liked, but I've noticed I haven't been wearing them that much. So I'm kind of trying to use them up. And in that collection is my Dolce & Gabbana light blue. And I have light blue, intense, I think it is. And then I have two flankers, and one is called Light Blue Sun, and I think the other one is called Light Blue Forever. But I know that Light Blue and then Light Blue Sun are a bit citrusy, so I figured this would enhance that. And I've recently purchased a Jo Malone fragrance that was new for the spring, and I think it is called Yuzu Zest, and that's lemony. So I don't know if it'll be overkill, but I'm willing to see. So I picked this one up because I knew that it should complement those scents that I already have and hopefully give me some hydration. The last thing that I got from Bath and Body Works is Dahlia by Bath. I sprayed this and was like, oh, this smells good. I did not see a body lotion or a body butter for this, but there were a ton of the fine fragrance mists. And this has notes of velvet dahlia petals, crisp pear, praline musk, or praline musk. When I was in New Orleans, they said it's praline. And then whipped tonka bean. Now you already know, right? You know me and Labo, and it's Tonka 25. And I use this, like I love it by itself, but I also use it as a base. Oh, and I might have mixed this with, as I might have used this with like the Sol de Janeiro to enhance because of that like vanilla, because it's gourmandish. But this is nice by itself. But when I heard tonka bean, it just smells really good. It smells really good. This one I'm almost sure, but I'll put the price up, was like 75% off. Like this might have been $4. At least in the Bath and Body Works closest to me, and they had a ton of them. So I got forever these because I'm like, all right, I might use a little bit of my little Tonka 25 stuff because you know I got the shower gel and the body lotion, and then you know maybe hit a couple of spritz of this and then go ham with this because it smells really nice. So yes, so this is how you can smell great for less or on a budget. And as you can see, I'm gonna mix and match because if it smells good, what do I always say? What I say? The goal is to smell delicious. And first for yourself and then for anybody else, right? Who gets to enjoy your scent and your projections. There are many things that are on sale at Bath and Body Works right now during the semi-annual sale. So depending upon what you're looking for, if you're looking for, they had candles on sale. I just don't need any more candles anytime soon. I feel like I have a closet full, and while it's not quite a closet full, it's enough. So I didn't get any candles. I just picked up these items, and then I got multiples for the things I really liked and to share with my daughter so she could layer her fragrances too because she's into it. So I hope this video is helpful. If you go into Bath and Body Works to try any of the things that I mentioned, please let me know what you think. And if you go in just because you have favorites that you want to pick up because you can get them at a discount, let me know in the comments what your favorite fragrances are from Bath and Body Works. So that is it. I'm gonna run a bubble bath and I'm gonna get myself prepared for a fun weekend in DC. Connect with me on other social media platforms. Instagram, I am at Charlene T. Easter. And oh, if you are on LinkedIn, professionally, let's connect. My beauty profile is Charlene T. Easter. So again, I hope that you are as excited as I am about these bargain beauty finds so we can smell delicious all summer of 2024. Until next time, later.